Hi guys, welcome back to the Chronicles of the Journey. I'm your host Alexis, per usual. Let's talk about choosing your heart. In life, there's two sides to every coin. I feel like most of us know what we want, but it's the matter of having the right amount of discipline and the right perspective to actually achieve what you want. For a long time, I've known what I wanted, but it's been very hard to reach my goals. And it's simply because I wasn't making the right choices in my life, because that's what it boils down to. The choices you make every day define what your future will look like. So if you're stuck and you feel like your dreams are far-fetched, ask yourself when you're sitting down doing nothing or doing the same things you said you wanted to change about yourself, ask yourself, who do I want to be? That question right there will change your perspective. Anytime you're just sitting around letting time pass and you're not invested in the version of yourself that you want to be or the things that you said you wanted for yourself, ask yourself, who do I want to be? Is this what I want for myself long term? Is this what I want to do? Is this who I want to continue to be? And if the answer is no, get up, get a move on it, start somewhere. Oftentimes people don't know where to start. But that's the thing. It's okay to not know where to start. As long as you know who you want to be, start somewhere, anywhere. And I promise you, things will fall in line with trial and error. But you can't be scared to start, to just try for yourself, to show up for yourself. You just have to trust in whatever you believe in. Have some freaking faith. Just think about it. There's two sides to every coin. For example, every day you wake up and you don't like how you look. You don't like your body, you want to lose weight, but you don't have the proper diet, you don't have a workout routine implemented in your schedule. None of these things, but you complain about how you look, you avoid taking pictures of yourself, you avoid being on camera, you avoid your appearance because you hate your appearance, but you're not investing in your appearance. So now, say 5 years down the line, you look back and you're like, wait a second, I hated this version of me. Or I really don't have no pictures from that era because I did not like how I looked. Why? Why suffer like that? Why be unhappy with yourself in the moment just because you don't know where to start or just because you don't have the discipline to keep going? If you don't have the discipline, at least have a better perspective. A perspective can change everything. So look at it like this. Who do I want to be? Who do I want to be? What type of person do I want to be? Is this what I want for myself? And if it's not, start. Please just start. And that looks like cutting out that food that hurts your stomach. That looks like maybe going for a walk around your neighborhood 3 times out the week. And then maybe you can transition into getting a gym membership. Or maybe that looks like finding some content creators on YouTube or TikTok or some platform who has your body type and who is also going through the same journey as you. You can start anywhere, but starting is better than doing nothing, because guess what? The time will pass anyway. And why live a life that you are simply unhappy with? You know what? I met so many people that call me kind of uptight and they just want me to let loose and live a little. People think I'm so uptight or stiff and like a hard ass. And it's okay with me because I know who I am. And I know that I'm staying true to myself. With time, we are conditioned to be a certain way, to be okay with certain things, and to just grab a baton and keep running. But I'm the type of person, I took the time to learn myself. I realized like, maybe I don't want what was passed down to me. Maybe I don't want to be lazy in this area. Maybe I want better for myself, whether that's my appearance, whether that's my goals, whether that's financially. You know, if I want better for myself, I have to get it. And so people be like, you know what? Why are you so uptight? Like, let loose, like da-da-da-da-da. But if I know myself, how can you call me uptight? I'm living my life how I want to live my life. I think a lot of people use life is short as an excuse to do whatever they want. But you can use life is short as an excuse to build the life that you've always dreamed of as well. Like, it's two sides to every coin. So it's like, I'll take being uptight. I'll take that, but I know I'm living an intentional life. And that's something I constantly choose every day. It's all in the choices that I make. Oftentimes I go out with friends or whatever and I don't drink. I used to drink when I shouldn't have been drinking. I wanted to drink. But as I got older and I realized the effect that liquor has on my body and what it can do to your speech, I don't like the effects of it long term. So I drink socially like maybe one time out of the year, but past that, I pass up on liquor. I remember I used to have a coworker and I would talk to her like, oh my God, girl, whew, I'll be so tired. I'll be working out, I'll be making content, and I come here, whew, I'll be beat, I'll be spread thin. And she was like, so don't do any of those things. Oh, I was baffled. I was extremely taken aback because what do you mean don't do any of those things? If I don't do these things, not only will they not get done, but I won't be who I want to be. Mind you, this was the same type of person who complained about certain things within herself that she didn't like, but she didn't start anywhere. She just complained instead of making a change. I was the opposite person who knew I wanted to make a difference in my life rather than just being comfortable with what is, or just going with the flow and not being intentional. So I was like, girl, that's not an option. And that's simply the case. If you want better for yourself, it's not an option to just be going with the flow and doing whatever when you want better for yourself. So you have to make a choice. You got to start somewhere. And don't get me wrong, change is extremely uncomfortable. Starting somewhere is extremely uncomfortable, but staying the same and hating the way you look or hating the way you feel or hating the people you interact with on a daily is also very uncomfortable. Choose your heart. I have this affirmation that I've been saying to myself over and over and over again when I don't feel like it or when I get a little lazy. I tell myself this: Alexis, you can do hard things. You can do hard things. I have to remind myself of this on the regular. You can do hard things. You can. It's not impossible. So many people have done it, and you can be one of those people. You can do it. Whether it's breaking generational curses, whether it's losing weight, whether it's gaining weight, whether it's achieving a goal, whether it's investing in a career, you can do hard things. It's easier when you just simply do it and put things in motion, because think of all the times where we've overthought about something like, that's gonna take a lot of time. That's gonna take a lot of energy. That's gonna, that's gonna drain me. But you won't know until you try. And not only you won't know until you try, but when you get in the motion of doing something and you push through the hard part, which is starting, and you fall in love with that process, and you see how it affects you, not only mentally, but physically and emotionally, it won't be so hard anymore. Because guess what? You fell in love with the process. You fell in love with taking care of yourself. You fell in love with achieving goals. You fell in love with doing what's best for you. It gets easier over time. Overthinking is the hard part. Starting is the hard part, but actually doing is not that hard when you start to feel better, when you start to look better, when you start to get more money, when you start to feel more aligned than ever. It's not unachievable. You just have to start, right? You have to make that hard decision in the moment. Do the hard thing, because sitting on your ASS complaining is hard, but getting up and burning that weight off is also hard, but you can fall in love with that process. You're not getting anywhere, any younger, any slimmer, doing nothing. So why not start? Why not invest in yourself in that way? This mindset can take you so far, because it's like, we're only gonna get older and things get pretty challenging. So it's like, if you can't invest in a hard decision like that for yourself, are you just gonna stay complacent in every aspect of your life? When you can't make a hard decision and push through for yourself, you're teaching yourself to stay complacent. You're teaching yourself to stay rooted in whatever you've known when you don't have to. There's so much to see, there's so much to explore, there's so much to be, and you can be that if that's what you want. But you have to want it enough. You have to make that choice. You have to choose the hard thing, because both sides are hard. So ask yourself, who do I want to be? What type of woman do I want to be? What type of man do I want to be? What type of life do I want to live? And make your decisions day to day based off of that. Because I promise you, just think about it. Like I said in my last video, I kind of explained to you all how I let so much time pass me by overthinking, and I looked up and I was nowhere near my goals. The bottom line is, like, I didn't make those hard choices. I didn't show up for myself. And showing up for myself was a hard choice, but I didn't do anything. I chose to chill. I chose to just let time pass by. As the time passed by and I look back and it's like, whoa, why didn't I just do the hard thing? Why was I so lazy? Why didn't I invest in myself? I did not have this perspective. That's one of the reasons. And I didn't have the discipline. I didn't realize the key was just starting. I didn't realize each moment, each choice that I made defines who I'm going to be later. To this day, since I know that, like, I get tempted all the time. I call it testing. I get tested all the time. I be like, oh God, I've grown as a woman. I've grown as a person. I know who I am more and more through trial and error, and I know what I don't want. And all the time I'm tested. My friend told me the other day, he was like, Lex, everything isn't a test. And I looked at him and I was like, yes, it kinda is though. In this moment, I know it's a test. I'm being tested to see if I actually changed, if I'm actually committed to being this better version of myself. And the answer is yes, I am. So I say no to things. I don't want to do it. I know how it will affect me long term. I don't want it. If I know it doesn't make me feel good, I don't want it. If I've been down that road already, I don't want it. And don't get me wrong, that means you may miss out on a few things. That means you may attract different people or lose certain people, but at least you are building a better relationship with yourself. You are growing as a person, and there's nothing wrong with that. If you got to miss out on things or stay down to the come up, it's okay. Do the hard thing. Do that thing you've always dreamed of. Work for that body, work for that mindset, work for that lifestyle. Go after it. The time will pass anyway. Who do you want to be? What do you want for yourself? Own it. This perspective can change how you view your decision-making skills. So to anybody out there who is struggling to like get out of a rut, they keep making the same mistakes, they aren't happy with the person they see in the mirror, they don't know where to go or how to go about it, this is for you. Just start. There's so many options. Please don't ever feel stuck. You are not stuck. Maybe slightly unmotivated, but you can find motivation later. Just start. The results will motivate you, even if it takes a while to see. Just start. You got this. I will be rooting for you. So that's one fan alongside yourself. Make every day count. You deserve it. When you know better, you do better. So now that you know better, what will you do? What will you do? Oh, I will see y'all next time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you like what you saw here. Bye.